It's a blowout. 8th inning, 10-3. Bases are loaded for Verlander, who waits on a 3-0 pitch. He swings, and it's a high fly ball. Deep center field. It is gone. Home run. And a huge bat flip to celebrate. All right, Ben, start the show already.
First off, thank you all for coming. This is incredible. I had no idea anybody was coming, so this is great that you all showed up, so thank you for that. And welcome into an episode of Flippin Bats. This is going to be really cool, and what I wanted to do is do my favorite segment this week in Shohei Ohtani news here in Japan, in Tokyo. And I have, this is the reason I'm here. The This Week in Ohtani news segment is the reason I'm here. You all are the reason I'm here, and that means a lot to me. So what I wanted to do is do a segment. You guys have asked some questions, so my friend, translator, only reason I'm able to survive in Tokyo, Masa, is here and going to help me answer some questions, or he's going to ask questions, and I'm going to answer them. So for This Week in Shohei Ohtani news, this week, I'm going to answer your questions, and that's going to be the entire episode. But thank you all for being here. Thank you all for everything you've done for Flippin Bats. The Flippin Bats community is truly incredible. This is unbelievable, the response to coming to this. So thank you all. I love you guys. I love this community, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Masa, take it away.
All right.
First question?
Okay.
Let's do it.
First of all, what are you doing here?
I am here because of you guys, because of the Flippin Bats community, because of Shohei Ohtani, because of what he means to the game of baseball, which means so much to me. Look, I stopped playing baseball about 5 years ago and never fell out of love with the game of baseball. It's always meant so much to me. So to have the position I do now, to be able to talk about it for a living, and to have a guy like Shohei Ohtani come along who has literally changed the game of baseball, that's meant a lot to me, and I wanted to talk about that as much as I could. And doing that led to me being here just about a year later, which is mind-blowing to me. But, you know, the segment This Week in Ohtani news is just over a year old, and fast forward 1 year, and I'm here in Tokyo to do it live. And this is special, and I'm here because of the Flippin Bats community and because of Shohei Ohtani.
So how's that experience so far?
My experience has been unbelievable, and there's a million different adjectives I could use. Unbelievable is certainly one of them. Overwhelming, emotional, the list goes on. This has been the greatest week of my life. It has been life-changing. I have learned so much about the Japanese culture. I have embraced myself into the Japanese culture, and I have learned a lot about the entire culture and baseball here. And I have met kids. I went to Shohei Ohtani's Little League, and the response from them was incredible. I went to Shohei's high school, Hanamaki Higashi High School, and that was incredible. And been in Tokyo for a while, and the response from everybody has been emotional. I could cry right now if I wanted to. It's been special, and I thank you all for wanting to be a part of this. The Flippin Bats community is incredible. It's very special, and really what this is just a gigantic celebration of Shohei Ohtani, and what more could you want?
I mean, I remember though. Wow, you asked the kids, who is, Shohei is, was, do you remember the kid? Who's your favorite player?
Yeah.
You expect Ohtani.
Yeah, there was one kid I asked who his favorite player was, expecting it to be Shohei Ohtani, and it was not Shohei Ohtani, and that really threw me off.
Okay, so Shohei Ohtani two ways. So could be tough to get the title. Maybe a home run king could be, but it's tough to be qualified for as pitcher or batter. So if so, you may not be able to get the batting title. title, ERA title. But of course, we can estimate, tell him about he MVP is probably the best word probably to describe about his performance. But any title probably he can win in the future, as a pitcher, as a batter, any title that he can win, not only our, but home run. What kind of title he can win?
I think he can win a lot of MVP awards. I think he can win a Cy Young award in the future. I think that one might surprise some people as well. I don't think people really understand how good of a pitcher he is. I think when you are watching Shohei Ohtani or talking about him and what awards he's going to win, people talk about his offense and just say, oh, he also pitches. It's kind of like a throw-in. Like, he's also a good pitcher. No, this guy's not just a good pitcher. He's a Cy Young caliber pitcher. And I think one day he will win a Cy Young award. So that would be my answer is, on top of all the MVP awards that I think he is going to continue to win, I do think someday he wins a Cy Young award.
As long as your brothers are pitching, it's the biggest hurdle to overcome for Shohei.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Justin is, I hope, going to win the MVP award or the Cy Young award this year. MVP would be great, but I think he's going to win the Cy Young award this year, and as long as he's pitching, I hope he wins the Cy Young award. The good thing for Shohei is that Justin's 39, and Shohei is over a decade younger. So at some point, Justin's going to move out of the league, and it might not be for a little while, but I think Shohei will be around for a long time, and being younger, he'll have that advantage. Once Justin's gone, he'll start winning some Cy Young awards, and then I can root for him to win Cy Young. I don't want him to win the Cy Young award this year because that would mean my brother's not winning the Cy Young award.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we have been talking last couple of weeks about the MVP argument. Okay, Judge might be past Roger Maris. Probably show his offense number maybe not that good compared to last year, but also he's one of the best pitchers in the league. How do you? I mean, also one of that. Yeah, we writer will vote for that. But how we should see that kind of competition compare? This is how, or probably not how for you.
I think Shohei Ohtani is the MVP, and I think you all know that. I talk about it every week, but I don't just say that. I could go on for an hour about this. I'm going to try my best not to. But look, Shohei Ohtani is a fantastic hitter, and he is one of the best pitchers in the league. And when I look around, what Aaron Judge is doing is unbelievable. And I hope he passes Roger Maris. I hope he hits 62 or more home runs. But let's be honest, I don't believe that makes him the MVP. What Shohei Ohtani brings to the table night in and night out is worthy of the MVP award every single year. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I'll say this. I think Shohei is having a better year this year than he was last year when he was unanimously named the MVP award. The reason I say that is right now he's hitting fairly well. He's kind of heated up the last couple of weeks. His average is creeping up there. His average is higher than it was last year, which, that's not the end all be all. But just because his home run numbers are less, that doesn't mean anything to me. On the pitching side, he's pitching so much better this year. He is going out there and he's having better years than other Cy Young finalists. He's having a fantastic year on the mound. He's also he's going to hit over 30 home runs. When I think about that, I don't think there's another choice. I think he's going to get, I think people's argument is that he plays on the Angels, which they're not the best team in the world right now, and the Yankees are the better team. I don't really care about that. It's hard to make a team as good. One player can't carry a team. Two players can't. We've seen it with Mike Trout, and we've seen it with Shohei Ohtani. And I think if you were to switch Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, the Yankees would be just as good, if not better. and the Angels still wouldn't be very good. And for that reason, I think the team argument is voided out. And I think it's a no-brainer. I think Shohei Ohtani is the MVP. I think he's having a better year than last year.
Okay, Shohei Ohtani played outfield when he was in Japan. Do you think he should play outfield also?
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome to see. And from everything I've heard, he was a fantastic outfielder here in Japan. He was really good. Rumor has it he had a good arm in the outfield. Shocker. I would love to see it. I just don't think I don't want to say ever. We won't see it while he's doing both. We won't see Shohei pitching and hitting, and on the days he's not pitching, playing outfield. At some point, you have to make sure he's not getting overworked, and that's impossible to do because he's already doing so much work, and it's incredible that he's able to do it. So I don't think we'll see it while he's doing both, but if one day, years from now, 5, 10, hopefully 15 years from now, he's not doing both, then I think we could see him being a hitter and an outfielder or just a pitcher. But I don't see it happening while he's doing both. With that said, I want Shohei to be a pitcher and a hitter, a two-way guy for his entire career for as long as he wants, because I think it's incredible.
Should Shohei stay with Angels? エンジェルスに大谷は残った方がいいのか or maybe just change the team?
So I would love to see Shohei stay with the Angels. I want them to figure it out. I want them to be a playoff team. I want Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout to be in the playoffs together and to do great things and ultimately win a championship together. I think that would be awesome. So I hope he doesn't leave. I would understand if he does and wants to. I also live like 30 minutes away from the stadium, so it's been great for me. I can just drive right down there, watch the greatest baseball player we've ever seen play baseball. And so selfishly, I hope he stays because I want him and Mike Trout to get to the playoffs together. Mike Trout's one of the greatest of all time. Shohei Ohtani is one of the greatest of all time. And I would like to see them get to the playoffs together.
But Angels organization, GM, what they have to do?
I mean, I think over the last few years we've seen a few different issues, but you know they just need to get their roster in order. They need pitching. They need to stay healthy, and I think they'll be fine. They've made a change at GM recently. I think they're doing the right moves. I think they're starting to head in the right direction, and I hope here soon we can see two of the best of all time in the playoffs.
Well, it's pretty fun too.
Yeah, it has been fun.
Yeah.
So, Masa, thank you. Thank you for your help here. Everyone, thank you for being here. Once this ends, I can say hi to everybody finally. But it's been really cool to do This Week in Ohtani News in Tokyo. Who would have thought we'd be here? And who would have thought anybody would show up to watch? So it's been really cool that you all have. Thank you all for being here. I'm excited to meet you all. This has been unbelievable. Masa, thank you for being up here. Thank you all for watching and supporting Shohei Ohtani and myself. And this is pretty special. It's pretty special to be here. So thank you all. This has been This Week in Ohtani News with a bunch of people here. And yeah, I'm going to continue to be here and take you all along this journey with me. But for my favorite segment, this is it for This Week in Shohei Ohtani News. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.